Tom Barrass's new podcast, Pass the Orcs. This week's guest, Nic Naitanui. If you want to see the real Nic Nat, this is the show for you. It's got its own YouTube channel, Pass the Orcs, or better yet, if you want to listen to this show in its full form, follow it on Spotify and listen to it via the playlist. Tom Barrass, Nic Naitanui, let's go.
Even guys like you mentioned, Cuzzy was influential for me because, they'd always say today's news is tomorrow's fish and chip wrapper. And you'd have to think about that stuff. I'd always think about it in the back of my mind. And it's always like those little, like we say, gold nuggets that help you get through and go. Because, when I first came through, the same sort of thing. It's like I couldn't walk 10 steps without being hustled. You go to a kids clinic and they go, pick your station to go to. Now it's very structured. Pick your station you want to go to. I'd have 900 kids come to my one, and then the rest go to Will Schofield's
TVs.
But it was hard. And then the club has to find ways to help you. And we employ Peter Staples, for instance. People joke, but he was my bodyguard for a long, long time. And it's just because what should take 10 minutes to walk through a casino for an event or walk to the airport to get to the gate would take an hour. And it's not just, and it still happens to this day, it's not just the fans, it's people who then go, they're getting a photo with that person. I need to get a photo. Some of the people don't even speak English. They'll come up and go, I'm getting a photo because you're famous. And you're like, no, I'm not. I'm just, So it's like, I don't know why I use that accent, but it's like, it's just like, and I see it happen with Harley. It's like, it's the staff. It's filling up your petrol and it's the person at the pump, but it's a person that's behind the counter. Yeah. It's in the IGA. It's not just the fans. It's actually the general population. And, it happens with players now. Anyone sees them in the paper every day, you're going to go, oh, wow, I better get a photo. And I think, like you mentioned, the hardest thing now is every kid has a phone now. When I was coming through, there was a few, but the camera quality wasn't that great.
And your Nokia 2210
No, that's it. You could play Snake and then that's about it. You could sign a lot of stuff, but photos weren't as much. And now kids have got, Snapchat and things like that, so they all want their own photos. They want selfies and things. So it's like 4-year-old kids are coming up now with phones. So it's a longer process, but that's why they're getting paid the bigger bucks these days.
It. And is there any particular music flavour of music genres that you're into, say in that early sort of transitional period from normal kid, global megastar, global, global, but playing footy and starting to find yourself as a professional as well, and obviously football. It's got all these other kind of annoying, exotic, different traits and different flavours to it, and you're exposed to different things. But the actual football itself, when it's going well, that's fantastic, and it's so much fun. And I feel like there'll be a really nice, clean, sonic match to it. Yeah,
I think music that there was some anger and things like that. I used to get really angry. So some of the when I say I listen to all genres, as a teenager, I had my MP3 player, my Discman growing up. I'd have some heavy metal or rock as well. But then I listened when I was at school, everyone went through that little emo phase too. So I listened to things like Panic at the Disco or
AFI,
Atreyu, Killswitch Engage, all that sort of Bleeding Mascara. I listened to all that stuff.
Bleeding Mascara.
I just right side of the bed, that sort of stuff. I'd go through that, but then I'd listen to happy type stuff, and it'd be Paramore, I had Misery Business or Ain't It Fun. Ain't It Fun is those type of stuff is what my sort of that was my sort of youthful years. And then because when I grew up in the Swan Valley, I'd sneak into concerts. I'd jump fences and do that at Belvoir and things like that. So I'd do Cat Empire. I went to a band. I remember, I won't dob any other teammates in, but we went to
your mate Jeremy McGovern.
Okay. We went Big Day Outs and things like that. But Kanye played at Harrison Island. So Harrison Island's I don't think you can do things now because it's like a
nature
reserve, indigenous thing.
Isn't it?
Yeah, but I remember seeing Kanye there back in the day. I was Good Vibes or something, and it was him and what do they call it? Sneaky Sound System, all that sort of crew.
I saw Sneaky Sound System recently.
Yeah.
And they were fucking incredible.
Yeah.
I loved it so much. Yeah. Sorry, Kanye.
No. So I'd see people like that. So that sort of era reminds me of that, or being out at Belvoir and seeing Phoenix and listening to Litzomania or things like that. 1901. So I was going through this phase of I chimed in with the haven't you people ever heard of? Because I was listening to that stuff. I was like, so people would like look at me and like, man, this guy's listening to like Biggie Smalls. Like, this is like that. I'm listening to the girliest girl song sometimes. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, doing that. I'm like, so I just going up and down depending on my moods. Like I'd have a happy day or whatever, or a bad day. I'd just be going through it. So I'd love to have taken a screenshot of. Well, there was no screenshots then of the music I was listening to because. Man, I've been listening to Whitney Houston. I listen to it all.
Hey, man, ain't no need for a screenshot, brother. Let me pass you this aux and take us on a bit of a journey, man. Let's see where we end up.